Here's what we have before the screen. If you haven't seen the videos yet, we did try out some CarPlay screens. You can check those out in the product review Thursday video. But I did just put CarPlay up here, and then this is just used for radio controls. But we gotta get into this. We gotta take this apart. We gotta remove this. I've already removed these two on the bottom. And switch these over to the new one, and it should be pretty much plug and play. We will be doing a quick unboxing. This is going to be the 17-inch information center new radio for the 19 Silverado. It fits 19 through 22, runs Android 14.0, memory included 8 gig and 128 gig. Inside the box, this is what you are going to get. You're going to get everything you need. So here's all the wiring right here. Installation manual, how to set up, which I will be covering. So if I do good in the video, you won't need this stuff. And tools to get rid of, remove the dashboard, the factory radio, and all of that stuff. Here is the memory cards, your warranty card. If you have issues, this is more installation methods for setting up Wi-Fi, etc. Right here we have a 2-pack of trim panels, which we'll show you in a second. So what this is a direct replacement for my factory screen, which is, I believe, 5.6 inch. It'll now turn into a 17.2. You can have an Android app, YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, all that stuff on the app. It's like a giant tablet for your truck. Let's get into the install. We will start with taking apart my factory one. We'll have to put the vents back in here. This part right here has some controls, and then these, if you have them, they're brake control and 12 volt, also cigarette lighter and USB plug. On to removing it in my truck. I am super excited for this one. Hope you guys are too. I've wanted a bigger screen for the last 4 years. I've owned the truck 5 years actually. If you like this type of stuff, we're doing a lot of stuff to our 19 Silverado. We also have a 67 GMC truck we're building, and we go to car shows, events, and bring you guys with us. So hit that subscribe button, like, comment what you think of the screen. Is it too big? Is it, I don't know, if you have any options with it. If you've tried it, let me know. I'm going to do a full walkthrough, and then I'm going to review it. I'm going to review it for a couple days, see if I like it. But don't forget, we'll drop any affiliate links below, discounts for you guys on the product. So smash that like button and let's go into the install. Okay, before we get going, we need to remove this bolt on each side, and it is a 9/32. We're going to remove that. Remove this lower panel here, which then we'll get up and make our way up to the top. Now we're going to get into the fun part. This is the bottom panel. It did not have a screw on this side. You're going to undo 3 of these. I pulled it forward with the pry tool and just hung it down here. Then I was able to get this panel off. There's going to be 5 places. So right at the bottom, up top, the middle, and then on the other side at the bottom and at the top. Those are where you want to put the pry parts. Now we got 2 screws here. We got 2 screws behind this. Let's get into taking this off. We got to be very gentle, but I think we can do it without breaking stuff. That is the goal. All right, for the trim piece, I got right in here and pried it like that. And I'm just going to continue to follow it up. As you see, it is coming apart quite nicely. I'm going to do the other side, and then I will be right back to complete this part of it. But this was very simple compared to the other ones. Alright guys, just like that. This was a lot easier than the bottom trim pieces. Showing you the locations of all of the places it's secured. Now we had 2 bolts on the bottom. We got another one here and another one there. Let me unscrew this and then this will come off, and then we'll start replacing all the items on here, like the vents, this control panel, these panels, and these panels onto the unit. Okay, so removing this, it is 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 5, 6 down here. It is a T15. We're using this awesome tool right here. I'll link in the description for an affiliate link. It comes with a bunch of bits, and it's a T-handle. It's really good in small situations. I'm going to get into removing this factory dash right now. I'm going to try to record this for you guys, but it's kind of hard. But with these red locking tabs, I'm using a small flat head, and I'm bringing that locking tab up, and then all I have to do is push this button and release it. It's hard to do with one hand, but you get the idea. It comes out just like that. That is how you have to do the removal. I'm going to remove all of these, and then I will be back. There's a lot of connectors on the back here. It was a little bit of a hassle, but I ended up getting it all off. Now I have to transfer the vents, this control panel, cigarette lighter, and accessory adapter over to the new unit. If you ever have questions about a plug, I'll show an example right now. Take a picture of it. I had a hard time with this one because it's all finicky. It's on this side. What I did, put it in ChatGPT with a picture of it, ask it, how do I unplug this? And it gives you step-by-step detail on how to unplug the plugs. Very useful, let me tell you. It saved me a lot of struggling with some of these. I'm going to transfer the vents, transfer these. They're just same 15 Torx head that we used before. And I would not recommend using a power tool for this. Use a hand tool like I'm doing. You don't want to over torque it. That will be a mess later on. I'm going to swap off over the stuff, and then it's time to get into the wiring. It looks scarier than it is. You don't need all of these on your vehicle. You might not need the microphone or the speaker or these antennas. It's all customizable to what you need in your vehicle. These plugs will be used to go to the stock, and all these ones, along with 2 USBs and the SIM card reader, which is that right there. I'm going to get into swapping this stuff, and we'll get back to the install. Here's where we're at right now. Let me tell you, this was the hardest thing. You have to pry these 1, 2, 3 all the way around, and yeah, you might fight with that one. I did, and I've done this type of stuff for a long time. But we have the vents installed. All they do is they have clips here, so 4 clips. Pry these off a little bit, and just slowly raise it up. This was easy. This was pretty easy. Just pinch these, push it out of the old one, put in the new one. Now let's get to wiring and the install. Here's what I've done with the USB and the SD card. I ran it through the hole in my top glove box, ran it in here and out. That's how I'm going to plug these in. It's out of the way, won't get pinched, nothing like that. No worries as far as that goes. You know, I'll probably run it up here actually through the top, because this is where the vent is. So right here, and we're just going to get into wiring, and I'll take you guys with me for a little bit, and then I'll come back and explain what I did. So step by step, I'm working on the bottom side, and then I'm going to head to the top. I have the auxiliary plugged back in, also the power plug plugged back in. I will then get to these connectors up here, and then we'll work on the main radio connectors up top. Alright, after getting everything hooked up, where's the camera? Okay. I'll try that in a minute. Here's the main screen, comes up. I'm going to play around with this and learn it. But controls work. Very nice. See, defrost. All the buttons seem to work. Alright, back to playing around with this, and I'll show you guys how it is. Before we close this up, as you see right here, this antenna is for GPS. So if you're using the Wi-Fi on the screen, like Waze, Maps, all that, you're going to need to plug that in. Alright, finally what I did, I put the GPS up here. I'm going to test it up there. Might need to put it on the dash eventually, but everything's hooked up. I did not hook up the antennas for the 4G because I'm using my truck's 4G. But this is what it looks like. And we're going to put this back together and try it out. Here's what I finally did with the GPS. I ran it right through the backside. Hope I didn't pinch the wire, but I ran it right up here on my dash. That's the final install for that. Now I got this all put back together. It's time to connect this to my Bluetooth in my truck and go over some features with you guys. Okay, first thing you need to do when you're setting up the screen, you gotta go to settings. This is in the home button right here. System, setting guide, car model. It is 666888. Oh. And this is very important. That's where you'll get your controls tab down here. I have the Silverado new 19 with a 7-inch screen, manual AC. I have a 2019 custom Silverado. If when you go to the controls tab or you don't have it and this doesn't show up correct, it's bigger, too small, whatnot, that is where you gotta go. Back to the home screen, settings, system, you have to change it there with the car model AC. This is the first step you have to do when setting this up. Let me get into, we'll connect the Bluetooth now. Now we just went to the controls feature down here. We're going to pair the screen to the vehicle's Bluetooth just like we would do a phone. So I have it up here, pair Bluetooth. Now we're going to go to the home screen. We're going to go to this Bluetooth button, external devices, my Chevrolet. We're going to have to bounce between the two screens. So pair it here and then go back here. Oh, sorry, back to the controls and pair it here. Just like that, it's connected to the screen. Very simple. I'm going to also add my phone later on, but it's right here. So now everything the screen you see on the screen is going to be coming through your factory radio. So we'll go to YouTube. And let's go to Tour and Explore. If you haven't yet, guys, please hit that subscribe button. We like making content for you guys. So just like that, about to watch.
We're out today at the Super Speedway. It is C10 Nationals. Super excited for that.
So that's it, guys. That is how you connect it. It's a little tedious, but like I said, go to the screen, go back into the system, and pair it just like you would a phone. If you hit this button right here, it selects between both everything that's currently open right now. So like I was selecting between those two. Really great feature. We have more features like split screen, which I'm going to cover it up here, but it's going to be Waze, and that is, you know, it has Waze up top and now it has audio on the bottom. That's how I set it up. Other features, you can download anything just like you can a Android tablet for the Play Store. What I'm going to do in the next video, stay tuned, we're going to go over how to use this, but not for quite driving. We're going to talk about a business way to use it. Let's get some emails on here. Let's get Chat GPT. Let's get all that good stuff on here, and we'll show you how to make this screen help you with productivity, especially if you're driving a lot. It is a great feature. We're going to put the other pieces back together. The trim panels, we're going to end up probably making them carbon fiber. We're buttoning up the bottom parts down here. They all snap in just like they came apart. Very easy. I don't think we need to go into detail on that. Alright, after the Bluetooth connection, what I'm going to do is connect the split screen, and here's all my options. I'm going to go with YouTube Music and Waze right there. Minimize this, and then you hit the split screen right there. Boom. You're good to go.
My granddaddy rants.
And just like that, this is how I will probably be driving with
Down
it.
in East Tennessee.
I don't want to get demonetized, but that's how I'm going to use it. I'm going to use the Waze up top, all my radio stuff below. Just, it's very sleek, and I like that. You can put whatever you want, apps. You can do games down here, Waze up top. There's a lot of different options. In the next video, we're going to talk about all the options and all the cool software that nobody else talks about, but I am, including Chat GPT, email, Teams, all that productivity. Alright guys, that's it for this install. Like I said, we'll be coming up with more videos on this productivity, how to use it for productivity, and also I heard we can put some games on the screen. We'll be doing that in the next videos coming up, so stay tuned, subscribe, hit that like button. Don't forget, check them out, use code TOURandExplore, and they're offering you guys a discount. Stay tuned for the next video, and we got some car show content, some build series, stuff like that to do. Hope you guys enjoy these. I enjoy making them, doing reviews of product, but I would definitely recommend it. I've been using them for about a week and a half. It's an awesome product, let me tell you. It's going to be very useful on road trips. Don't forget, check out video on the left and the right. We'll be back next time with more automotive content.